Welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg. I'm Village President Al Larson. In this episode, we'll be talking with representatives from the Schaumburg Boomers about their inaugural baseball season. Then we'll hear from Spring Valley Nature Center about the Solstice Hop and Vine Festival. And we'll close out the program with a visit from the District 54 Foundation as they tell us about their 15th annual golf outing fundraiser. All of this today and more on Speaking of Schaumburg. This summer, the Schaumburg Boomers will kick off their inaugural season. Here to tell us about the exciting things they've planned are President Andy Viano, Manager Jamie Bennett, and Boomers player Frank Pfister. Welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg, guys.
Thank you. Good to
Thanks
be
for
here.
having us.
All right. Who's who?
I'm Andy.
Oh, yes. And what's your role, Andy?
Andy, I'm the president and general manager of the baseball teams, responsible for everything behind the scenes that goes on at Boomer Stadium.
What's going on behind the scenes?
A whole heck of a lot, actually, especially as we get ready for opening day, you know, planning all the different kind of fun family entertainment that goes on. The baseball certainly is a really important part of what we do, but so is the between inning contests, the delicious food we've got from our concessionaire, the fun games designed specifically for kids, all the other things that go into making Boomers baseball something the whole family, not just a baseball fan can.
Who is your concessionaire?
Our concessionaire is Levy Restaurants, who we could not be happier about having. In our minds, the top concessionaire at sport venues in the country. They do the United Center, Arlington Racetrack, U.S. Cellular Field, Wrigley Field, and a number of ballparks around the country, and do all the standard stuff well. You get a good hot dog, get a good hamburger, but they also do some fun, different things too, and we've got some special items up our sleeve for
I hope you have
opening day.
some regulations in terms of hot dogs. So, you know, hot mustard, not ketchup, mustard. This is not New York.
Ketchup will be there, just maybe in the back of the concession stand. Mustard out front and center.
Well, what kind of team are we going to have?
Things are looking good so far. You know, we're only 4 games in, but off to a 3-1 start at the moment. But, you know, they're an exciting team, very athletic. You know, we're going to move a lot, run the bases quite a bit, and you know, offensively, we're going to have some tough outs.
What's your background? How did you get involved with it?
I grew up in Tennessee, went to the University of Tennessee, and got drafted by the Phillies, played a couple years of minor league ball with them, and then I got into independent ball just like Frank is now, and I played it for about 5 years and have coached for 6. So I've been in independent ball quite a bit, and my first managing job, so very exciting.
Yeah. What position do you play, Frank?
Mainly third base, but infield.
Okay, all right. What's your background?
I went to college at Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. I grew up in Los Angeles, and then after my senior year, I got drafted by the Cincinnati Reds.
Okay.
And played with them for about 4 years, and finished up with them this last spring, and then I got into contact with Jamie, and I was lucky enough to get to be a part of this Boomer season.
I know it's early in the season, early in the year, but what's your batting average?
I could not tell you. I honestly couldn't.
I guess that's good.
That's good, yeah.
I've having played for as long as I have, and having some bad years and some good years, I've learned that trying to ignore the numbers as best you can
Makes for a long season to get
sure
too caught up in it.
Especially 4 games in, you can't. You know.
So who are we beating? You say we're 3-1?
Yeah, we opened up on the road in Avon, Ohio against the Lake Erie Crushers, who were actually a playoff team last year, but came out of there with a sweep, and you know, it was a good start to the season, and we played over in Orland Park yesterday against Windy City Thunderbolts.
So we got some pitching, huh?
Yeah, so far so good.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I understand that game the other day went kind of long.
Yeah, 15 innings. So you know, I mean, 2-1 through 15 innings. I think we went about 4.5 hours. But you know, it's one of those, you hate to lose any game, but waiting around for 15 innings, you know, is always tough. But we'll bounce back.
So what do you think of the stadium?
I think it's beautiful. I mean, it's right up there with you know, most of the play. I mean, it's top notch, and it's awesome seeing kind of things develop. The first day we got here, I think, you know, they were still putting the scoreboard up and the fence was being painted, but it's incredible. I was talking to some of the guys on the team about how quickly they get stuff going. I mean, you know, one day we're warming up, and you know, by the end of the day we're leaving and the scoreboard's finished. I mean, it's incredible what they're doing, and I think it's a beautiful place, outside and inside, and I think it's going to be fun for some families to come out and see some baseball. Now, these what's the furthest road trip that you guys are going to be on?
About 10 or 11 hours to London, Ontario, and Washington, Pennsylvania.
Did you take a bus? Do you fly?
Yeah, we'll be taking a bus. It's a long bus ride.
Okay, all right. Do you charter a bus? I mean, is it?
Yeah, we actually charter buses, and you know, we usually leave. If it's just a 6-hour trip, we'll leave the morning of the first game on that road trip. But sometimes there'll be overnight trips for those long ones.
Where do you stay when you're in town?
Each team provides a team hotel for the visiting team to stay in, and provides a place to work out, all those things. So, you know, everybody in the league takes care of everybody else. It's
that's
really
great.
good.
That's great. You know, I'm excited. I'm gonna. You gonna let me throw out the first pitch?
Absolutely, I'd be disappointed if you didn't.
Well, I got to practice.
Might get a contract.
I don't think so. Oh no. With a chiropractor, maybe. Get out there, you know. I am not going to bounce it in. I'm not going to bounce it in. I bounced it in.
Can't think too much.
So, what is how did you get involved in baseball, Andy? I mean, did you just all of a sudden decide, I want to get involved in baseball? I mean, how did you do this?
Yeah, no, somewhat by accident. I needed an internship when I was in college, and did one with the Gary South Shore Railcats, 7-8 years ago now, and started there as actually an aspiring radio broadcaster, and
you got a great radio voice.
Yeah, did that for a few years.
We're not on radio here, by the way, but you still have a good radio voice.
Rode those buses for a while, and moved on from that, and now get to be a little bit more stationary back in the home office and seeing all the different things that go on.
Yeah, well, I know it's good. It's good to have a team we can root for here. You know, Schaumburg had some rough times with I won't mention what happened, but we're glad to see the Boomers here.
Yeah, and we're really excited to be here. I mean, before we even knew this was a possibility, I stayed working in Gary through the 2011 season, and coming out to this park, 2008, 9, 10, and before that, seeing the opportunity that was here, and knowing kind of what our owner would be willing to do, Pat Salvi, to put into this club, seeing the possibilities here with all the businesses, all the great residents, the kind of family community that's already here. It seems tailor-made for minor league baseball, so we could not be happier than to have this opportunity, and are excited to prove to people what we can do.
So if somebody wants tickets, who do they call?
It's
who
easy
are you
to
gonna
get
call?
them.
Who are you going to call?
I can leave, I don't know how many we get to leave, but I'll leave a small village as many tickets as they need.
And if folks would like to financially support the Boomers organization,
So if they want to take an ad out, I know you got the.
Yeah, absolutely. And they can call us 847-461.
You too? Can they call you for ads? I mean,
Those will come out of his
call.
Multitasking here, right?
Yeah.
Playing third base. Oh, how many? Okay, I'll write it down.
There's a little commission in it for Frank if he can get a couple tickets out there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they can buy them at the ballpark. We're open 9 to 5 every day, open on the weekends as well, through our website and by calling us, boomersbaseball.com. You can get tickets anytime, any day.
Tell me about some of the in between inning things that are going to take place.
We'll have some different stuff. Since we've got the giant new video board for the first time in this park, we're going to be able to do the kiss cam, the smile cam, some of the little animated games up there. So the baseball hiding under the caps, the little trucks racing each other around a track. So we'll use that video board a whole lot. You get to see yourself up on the screen when you're doing the Boomer dance or the YMCA or singing the seventh inning stretch.
I'm not doing the Boomer dance. I'm sorry. That's it. Part of my contract says specifically, no Boomer dance.
It won't stop us from trying to get you to do it one of these days.
I talked to the president of the Park District, and she said that we're going to have to do the Boomer dance on opening day. And I said, not me. Not me, not I. Actually, I said not I didn't say not me.
Of course.
What was your major in college?
I was actually a journalism major in college, so it led me in a totally different direction, but I went to Valparaiso University and got a good education there, well-rounded to do a few different things. And that's the thing about minor league baseball is, Jamie, and I'm sure Frank can tell you, I mean, these guys don't have just one job, and none of us in the front office do either. We're all chipping in every different way.
You expect them to sell tickets, not just play third base, right?
Absolutely.
Thanks for
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thanks for being here. Well, a day at the ballpark is one way to enjoy the outdoors, but let's not forget about our friends over at the Spring Valley Nature Center. Find out what they're offering this summer next, here on Speaking of Schaumburg. Every season, the Spring Valley Nature Center's 135 acres are home to events and programs for people of all ages. Dropping by today to tell us all about the Solstice Hop and Vine Festival, as well as Spring Valley's other summer offerings, are the head of the Park Foundation, Bob Schmidt, and Conservation Manager, Dave Brooks. Bob, Dave, welcome to Speaking of Schaumburg. Sure. You're not just a foundation, though. Aren't you on the park board?
I'm president of the park board now, too.
Wow. Wow.
Double role.
Kind of a grab for glory going on here.
No.
But you were involved in the SAA too, weren't you?
Yes, I was past president of SAA. Okay. I was involved with that for probably 10, 15 years in various aspects of it.
But enough about you, Bob.
Okay.
Tell us about the Hop and Vine.
Well, the Hop and
Festival.
Vine Fest, this is our second annual one, and it's at the Spring Valley Nature Center, the 16th of June, 6 to 9 p.m., and tickets are $20 each. And what we have is, of course, the wine tasting and beer tasting. Each person attending will receive a complimentary wine glass to taste all the wines and the beer. And then we have a smooth jazz group called Together Again, and they'll be playing throughout the night. And then we also have walks so that people can see the fireflies out there and see what we did with our controlled burn. And just enjoy the outside.
Well, that sounds great. I understand that sells out too, doesn't it?
It did. Last year it sold out. This year we're limiting our ticket sales to 1,000 tickets.
How many tickets did you sell last year?
I think it was about 850.
So it was a pretty successful event.
Very successful. People I talked to really enjoyed it.
What kind of wines are they? Are they wines from a specific vineyard or supplier? Or
various suppliers. Linford.
Oh, Linford. Okay,
Linford's going to be there. Cooper's Hawk. Haley's and
Fox Valley Winery.
Yeah, Fox Valley Winery.
They're all local regional wines. So
sure. Well, that sounds great. Linford, of course, and Cooper's Hawk, and that's you're going to get a crowd like that.
And then we have the beer distributors are Lucky Monk and the Ram will be out there.
So that's a local brewery right here in Schaumburg.
Yeah. And then we have our food vendors are Whole Foods, Buffalo Wild Wings, Moe's, Southwestern Grill, and Moretti's and Ricardo's.
Boy, that's great.
So it'll be an enjoyable evening for everyone.
That sounds wonderful.
Now, what they'll do is, with the parking situation, they will park at Olympic Park, and we'll have a shuttle bus.
It's at Martingale and Schaumburg Road, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And then we'll have a shuttle bus transporting them back to the Nature Center and then back to Olympic Park to their cars.
It sounds great. It really does. Sounds wonderful, really. Yeah. But there's things there besides just wine and beer and food and fun and frolic.
Yes, there's a lot of things going on at Spring Valley over the summer. It's one of our busier seasons of the year, of course. And I wanted to mention too, because obviously the programs that we offer there, both at the Heritage Farm and the Nature Center, are designed to get people outside. June is a Leave No Child Inside month. That's a national program, and it's something that we've been a part of with Chicago Wilderness for several years now. So that's a little bit of encouragement to parents to get their kids. Once they're done with school, don't let them park in the house and stay there. So we've got lots of things, lots of summer camp programs.
What kind of summer camp programs do you have?
We have summer camp programs for ages 5 through 12. They're planned according to age groups, but we have shorter 2-hour or half-day camps for the younger kids, and then of course there are full day camps for the older kids.
Are they one day camps or
no? They're all full week camps.
Okay.
Throughout the summer, from the middle of June through the middle of August, and there's things. For example, there's our popular Valley Ventures camp. There's themed camps like all about frogs and turtles. There's one all about fish, where the kids actually will go fishing, but not just learn about fishing and how to catch fish, but also learn about fish and their anatomy and things like that. So our camps, while they are definitely fun,
they're educational
for kids, there's a little bit of an educational.
You tie some of these things. Do you work with the schools and on some of these programs and some of these events,
for the summer camps? No, we pretty much do those. I mean, we will try to promote those to the school kids that come out during the school year as part of their field trip programs. We want the kids.
How does that field trip program work? I know once in a while we get kids stopping here and picnicking out here on the grounds of the Prairie Center.
Well, our school, the school field trip program at Spring Valley is one of our major program components, both at the Heritage Farm and the Nature Center. And we get all of the School District 54 kindergartners, second graders, and fourth graders come out at least once, sometimes twice a year during the school year. So that's kind of comprises the bulk of our field trip population. But we get groups from schools from throughout the area. We get schools from Chicago. We get schools from up in Lake County, McHenry County. They come from all over.
Okay.
And it's
they make reservations with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they just have to call the Nature Center. If they want to visit the farm, we send the call over there, and they kind of schedule the school programs.
And now, as far as families wanting to enroll their children, excuse me, in the camps, what do they do? Who do they call? They
can call the Nature Center to get more information. They can also go online at www.parkfund.com to get more information on the camps. Once they decide what camp they want to sign up for, they can do that at any park district center. So they can come to the Nature Center, they can go to the Community Recreation Center. If they've signed up for park district programs previously, they can often do it online as well, which is a great convenience for folks. So
now you've got this festival coming up soon.
Yes.
It's going to be upon us all of a sudden here. There's some other major events over there at Spring Valley over the course of the year as well, aren't there? What's the next one in the fall? Is there?
Well, our next event at the Nature Center, actually would be at the Heritage Farm, would be Mowing and Mooing. It's just a week and a half, 2 weeks after Hop and Vine. It's when is the date of that? I'd have to look. It's like June 25th, 26th, somewhere around there. It's the last Sunday in June.
And Mowing and Mooing, what does that entail? Does someone call up and enroll their kid, or just show up? And
for the special events, they can just show up. It's those are walk-in programs. There's no cap on the amount of attendees. We're kind of set up for a big crowd.
And you're not just the thing about Spring Valley too. It's not just the Nature Center. You have a historic farm site as well.
Yeah. And the farm is a big draw for a lot of families. Because of the animals out there, the horses, cows and pigs and chickens. But for Mowing and Mooing, the cows are a center stage. Since
how many cows do you have?
Right now we have 3 cows. We have a heifer, which is a young, a female.
Yes.
Not quite a cow yet. She hasn't been bred. And then there's a young steer there too. So, and then there's also an older steer.
What kind of cows are they?
They are milking shorthorns. They're brown, so they're not. They're a little unusual for people who assume that all dairy cows are Holsteins. The black and white ones.
Well, my grandparents were farmers in Ohio, and they had not jerseys, but Guernseys.
A Guernsey is another dairy breed. Yeah.
Yeah. So he had sort of had to milk the cows, and we used to hunt for kittens in the hay mound and all that kind of good stuff when we visited the farm. But you're not a farm boy, are you, Bob?
Well, I grew up in Northwest Indiana, and in high school I did work at a farm store.
You did?
I sure did. A lot of my friends were farmers.
Okay.
And I can relate to that with the milking of the cows and baling the hay and bringing in the corn.
I mean, that's a lot of work. That's a lot of work.
It's very hard work.
It certainly is. In Spring Valley, there's a native natural prairie there, right? You've got native.
Oh yeah,
native
we've been planting or replanting prairie for over 20 years out there, and right now there's 50 to 75 acres. I mean, we each year we add more to Spring Valley as well as the other Park District conservation areas, and this is all through community volunteers as well as staff assistance. And the prairies, by the way, in terms of there's programs that people can sign up for over the summer, but the early summer months are an ideal time for folks just to come for a informal walk to go through Spring Valley, because the prairies are absolutely spectacular. All the huge variety of wildflowers in bloom at that time of year. So.
And you've got chipmunks there now, haven't you?
Oh yeah, there's all sorts of wildlife. Bob and I were talking about that before we came in, but there's all sorts of wildlife people can see out there, and they do have to be patient and probably a few visits over the course of the year. The best time to see wildlife is early in the morning or in the evening around dusk. So, and you can walk the trails at both.
So, you gonna have any wildlife at the Beer and Wine Festival?
I hope not.
Thanks for being on.
Yeah, that's a pleasure.
Sure. Once again, Dave, good to see you again. Dust off the clubs and break out the plaid. The District 54 Foundation is inviting you to a day on the greens. Find out more next here on Speaking of Schaumburg. The District 54 Foundation is a non-for-profit organization that raises funds in support of local education and provides students with extended learning opportunities. Here to talk about their 15th annual golf outing fundraiser are Beth Ciesla and Donna Anderson with the District 54 Foundation. Well,
Hi.
What does the foundation do? What do you guys do?
Our job is to support the schools and the students and families of School District 54. We are connected to, we are not a part of District 54, but we are certainly their biggest champions, and our job is to raise funds to provide for initiatives that are not and should not be covered by school budgets or tax dollars.
You have a grant program, don't you?
We do have a great grant program.
Describe that to me. What does that grant program do?
We have two different grant programs.
Okay.
The first one would be for staff initiatives and to provide kind of extended learning opportunities within the classroom. Those are offered to teachers and staff members. And then in the spring, we offer memorial grants, which would be opportunities for students who might not otherwise have the opportunity to go to summer camp or to a baseball camp or take piano lessons during the summer. So teachers apply for this for their classes. Mm-hmm. Is that the idea? They do. Yes, they do. And there's a lengthy but not too difficult process where they will submit a grant application.
What's your role? What do you do with the foundation?
I am, as of this year, vice chairman of the foundation.
Okay.
So I'm one of the board of trustees who helps. Honestly, my role is more on the marketing and website. That's sort of what I've kind of taken into.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that.
What you read on the website,
okay.
d54foundation.com.
Okay.
So I'm posting everything, making sure the information on the foundation reaches out to parents, teachers in the area, businesses, elected officials, everybody throughout the area to know what it is we do and hopefully encourage them to be part of the foundation, whether it be through volunteering, donations, sometimes with parents just getting their kids involved, you know, and doing more projects than.
And what's your background?
I actually was in TV news for over 12 years.
Oh, that's just intimidating.
Surprise.
Oh, I'm being scrutinized. Help.
So I did that, and then I switched over and started my own PR public affairs firm about 6 years ago.
Okay.
But I've been with the foundation now for 5 years. Yeah, so it's been at least 5 years. So always lived somewhere around this area within the suburbs of Chicago, and I grew up in Hoffman Estates, so you know, right in the neighborhood of all these children. So, and this is where I live, so that's why I enjoy giving back. And it's a good fit.
Now you have a number of fundraisers. This is the most recent one, or the nearest one here, I guess, as far as time-wise. It's a golf outing. Where's it going to take place?
It is. It's our 15th annual golf outing. It will be at Schaumburg Golf Club on June 11th with a shotgun start at 11 a.m.
Okay. And who all is going to be there?
Oh my gosh, we already have, like 44 foursomes signed up, and a lot of business members, community members, school staff, school administrators. It's a wonderful co-op of all the stakeholders.
You going to be playing golf?
I am. I play every year.
Do you really?
I do.
Where do you shoot?
I can get under 100, and I leave it at that.
Oh, I'm intimidated now. Okay, all right. So you plan on being out there?
Yes, I am. I'm out there every year. I always take part in playing in it, you know, playing the course and everything, and helping out. So it's always a fun time. The businesses that take part in it, we always get great feedback of, you know, how great it is. But what it is it's just raising so much funding for the students in the area and helping them out. It's just a great way to bring everyone together on a nice summer day.
Okay, so there's golf, but there's dinner too,
There's dinner afterwards and a silent auction.
Okay.
There is a lunch while you're playing, like during the course, of course, and then dinner afterwards. And we have people who come just for the dinner, that if you don't play golf or don't want to play golf for the day or have to be working, you can come afterwards and join us for dinner. And then we have a silent auction during that period as well.
What are some of the company sponsors that you have?
Company sponsors? Oh my gosh, we have the Renaissance. We've got,
Motorola is always helping out.
Absolutely. Some smaller companies, some large ones. Ameriprise is our title sponsor.
It's not too late to be a sponsor, is it?
No, it is
and
not.
If someone wanted to sponsor, be a sponsor, what would they do? Would they call a number?
You can call, but probably the easiest way for most would be the website, d54foundation.com. There's a sponsor form that you can even fill out right there and submit it back online. To do that, there's a phone number within the website to call our manager, Sophia Grassa, so she can help you out with whatever questions you have as well. If you aren't sure of what level you'd like to sponsor at or what donation you'd like to give, she can help you.
But it's a fun day too, isn't it?
Fabulous day.
And how many foursomes do you? Well, you mentioned foursomes, right?
We expect to fill the course, and we take over all 27 holes, so we can take up to 52 foursomes.
What do you shoot? I know. What do you?
I drive around in the cart and volunteer and make sure everybody's happy.
It's my kind of golf. That's my kind of golf. Really. No, that's and District 54. There's some notable programs that they've sponsored, right? I mean, there's a Hoover School, wasn't there?
The Hoover Math and Science Academy, known as HIMSA. Those are close. They were the recipients of this year's Dennis P. Quinn Super Grant, which was a $10,000 grant, and it ends up being a collaborative between the Hoover students and Motorola and Schaumburg High School, and they are doing a Lego robotics unit, and it has been wonderfully successful.
Who is Dennis Quinn?
Dennis Quinn is a member of our board who has been a loyal former chair and obvious advocate for District 54. Now,
there's another major grant that's recently undertaken by District 54 too, isn't there? It's not just that the Hoover project. Isn't there another one too? A major project? No.
Well, there's always ongoing projects, like the GEMS program, which is for girls in engineering and mathematics. So that program, and Motorola teams up with them a lot.
I would imagine they would, yeah.
So there's quite a few that go on. Last year we had an incredible grant that we gave away for photography for students. So and they shot a lot of the photos that you'll see up and around some of the buildings throughout District 54. So it goes to a lot of programs. There was a greenhouse as well.
Yeah. That was intergenerational too, wasn't it?
It was.
I knew you had people from Friendship Village, seniors.
Exactly. And they established a garden, and frankly, the produce is going to the food pantry. So it's just kind of a full circle, wonderful opportunity.
Oh, that's great because kids have, and a lot of grown-ups too, have no idea where food comes from. I mean, or have little ideas where food comes from. And it gets them engaged and just, they actually grow things.
They are certainly learning. It's been wonderful to watch.
No, it's been a wonderful program. I was there for the when they finished that project, and I got invited. Had a chance to get out there and see it. It's really great. It is.
It's good. It's good.
You've been involved for 4 or 5 years in the foundation. How about you?
I've been on since '97. I've been on since '97, since they kind of decided they needed to get this foundation up and working again. And it's just been a delight to watch it evolve and to see how many lives and community members within District 54 we're able to touch.
How many foundation members are there? How many?
18. 18 right now.
All right. No,
all from the community.
It's a great program, and you raise a ton of money, and
we're doing well.
And there's a Mardi Gras that you had, which was a
That's
great,
always in February.
Yeah.
Every February.
So, if people can wait that long,
it's another fun opportunity. Yes. We like to provide a lot of fun opportunities. We'll have a wine tasting in September that will be at the Renaissance.
Wow.
So we offer multiple opportunities for people to get involved, but to share their support.
Yeah, and then the Boomers Baseball Night for District 54 Foundation families and everyone in the area if you want to join. That's coming up in August.
August 14th.
And it's also a school supply drive as well that day. So if you have extra school supplies to help some of the children in need, it's a great place to go.
Great work.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It's good to be here. Thanks for having us.
That'll do for this edition of Speaking of Schaumburg. Join us again next month for another all-new episode. Until then, I'll see you around town.